All right, this is Crab Champions.
Crab Champions. What the fuck is Crab Champions?
Oh, try all these controls.
We're already in it?
Yeah, crab.
Oh, I heard you're the Crab Champion.
Yeah.
I got Champions of having
crabs with guns.
Oh, what's this? A menu screen?
Yeah, this is the upcoming updates. This is an early access kind of.
New islands, new enemies, new loot, new music, final boss overhaul, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, the final boss isn't really like all that hard.
What is this? My stats?
Oh yeah, this is all the things I've done so far.
Oh shit.
I've unlocked a lot of the shit so you could have a choice in what you use.
So what's the premise here? We're a crab?
Yeah, you're a crab with a gun.
Okay.
And you go through different stages and you shoot against like ants and shit. This is just so you can test out different weapons. So you can test out like damage and stuff, and you can go through, choose any weapon you want.
Target dummy.
Target dummy.
You know, mayonnaise is more my speed. I don't understand how to play games like this.
I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just running around. Whoa, I can do. Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I can slide.
Whoa.
And you got grenades. You can also choose different grenades and stuff and different weapons. So like.
Did you already beat this game, Tom? And he's just going back?
Yeah.
Is that why you're like
this game
a silver crab?
Yeah.
What just happened?
You're literally just in the test hub world.
Why is it bleeding and flying away? It's a barrel.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Perfect sense.
A barrel of blood.
So yeah,
you gotta go to this?
No, you would go to the big main one behind you.
This one?
Yeah.
New run?
Yeah.
Enter Portal.
Let's go!
Why?
Wish you'd enter my
It looked like it was hit the up button.
Those are Steam inputs. It doesn't recognize the Xbox controller.
The fuck is a slug? Whoa!
Do they have guns too?
Some of them, yeah.
Damn.
Some of them
Holy
just come at you
shit.
and explode. The crabs will come up and just smack you. If you hit X, you'll melee them. You can melee anything close to you and it'll kind of knock them back.
This is like intense.
Are those spiders shooting grenades?
Those ants, yes.
Oh, those are ants? Fire ants?
Yes.
They look like spider ants to me.
Spider ants. Okay,
Oh,
first
you
island.
cleared the island already. Good
What the fuck
job.
is this thing?
That's a reward for clearing
Blow it
the
up.
island.
We don't want it. Blow it up.
Have you never played a roguelike? Alright, now pick your power up. You only get one.
Damage increased for a short time after eliminating an enemy. Grenade deals more damage but moves in snake-like patterns. Grenades are larger and deal more damage but move more slowly.
Do that one.
That one?
Yeah. Alright, now,
Can I get that thing?
hold on. So, if you go to that one, the enemies will explode into clusters of homing thorns. So you're gonna have to do a lot of dodging.
Oh, what's this one?
Or you could just do a luck chest, a regular arena.
Okay.
Great soundtrack though.
It's fun for the kids. What the fuck are those pufferfish?
Yeah.
Booty! I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just throwing grenades and shooting.
Yep, and if you hit X, you'll melee anything close to you. You do a little swipe. Yeah.
Oh shit! Get away from me! What? Those actually killed him when I punched him?
Yeah.
Crap.
Alright.
Efficiency.
Chance to gain ammo when dealing damage. Instant reload after each elimination. Or chance-based totems or more. I'd say one of the other two. It's up to you. I could go either way.
Let's check out whatever this is.
I feel like you've played this before, Andy.
No, I'm just like, I don't really care for shooter games like this, where you just kind of run around and circle them around.
You're pretty good though.
Yeah, but it gets boring for me.
You're not like a Halo guy?
Nah.
I've never played any of those games. What about Fallout? Never played it.
Fallout's more like an RPG.
I died.
Alright, let me.
You sucked. Just kidding, buddy. That was good.
I think I did alright.
Let me show you.
For a crab game. Crab battle. Crab battle.
Let me show you how
Crab people.
to grab.
people.
Oh, Tom's gonna show us how it's done.
He's played a lot of Nazi zombies.
What's that?
Call of Duty Nazi zombies.
You killed Nazi zombies?
Yeah.
Wow.
What it is you play as a shooter guy, right? And it takes place in World War II, but it's a parallel dimension where like a zombie apocalypse happens in World War II.
That's sweet.
So there's just a bunch of Nazi zombies coming for you, and you gotta like barricade yourself in and shit.
What would you want to kill more than a Nazi zombie? That's like the two worst things.
I mean, that's why it's popular.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I want in on
But
that
it's
game.
a very repetitive game,
I like-
and it never ends until you die.
You know what a better word
Just
for
like-
repetitive is? Consistency. And I love consistency. I do. I like consistency more than perfection. I think it's more important to be consistent.
Especially if you're consistently bad at something.
Oh yeah, if you're consistently bad at something, at least everyone knows you're bad at it, you know?
Right, there's consistency.
Yep.
They won't have to rely on you to do the thing if they know you're bad at it.
See? You get it. Consistently. Oop, does that word fly? R.
Say it with a T.
Yeah, with a RT, so it's PC.
I think it's a different word then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's talking about making pastries. That's when you take a Pop-Tart and just put it in the oven.
Pop-Tart.
Give it extra.
Well, I haven't had a Pop-Tart in a long time.
Ooh.
A nice
Peel after clearing
Did you
each
see
island.
out in the parking lot?
No.
They did some things with the cracks and stuff. They They did. I don't know what to say. If they did, we had to notice that we had to move our cars because they were doing that.
Is it nice? Do they do
It's
a good
not
job?
smoother out there now.
I hate it. I miss the bumps.
Yeah, well, I like it this way now. I'm glad they the parking lot.
You just wanted to use that.
That's a fire ant.
Oh, I see. It's doing what it says. It's doing what it says. Island 3 clear.
You're a fucking monster at this.
Yeah, I played a lot of this.
Crab monster.
Is your crab like silver like a machine? Is it like Robo Crab?
Robo Crab.
You're Robo Crab. Stop, intruder.
Would you still
We're gonna do shock ammo.
How much is left? I mean, RoboCop only had his head and his like lungs or some shit, right?
Yeah.
So what's left of the crab? I bet you can't really eat much.
Do you like crab?
It's succulent when you dip it in butter.
Oh, I'm more about the butter.
Me too.
You can do fucking anything in that butter and I need it.
I'll dip anything in butter. Butter makes everything better.
Butter
makes everything better.
One time we were at my parents' house for dinner, and it was me, Liz, and a bunch of people. My dad was grilling chicken, and my mom goes out there with a brush and a bunch of melted butter, and she's brushing all the chicken. We're like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I just want it to be delicious."
I just want it to be delicious.
Fucking brushing chicken breasts with butter. We're like, "What are you?" Like, I mean, I've done that with steak, but holy shit.
Your mom's like Kitty from that '70s show.
Yeah, she is.
Butter.
Is Chris like red?
What?
Is Chris like red?
He's like, dumbass.
You're right, Chris is so nice.
Chris likes the butter too.
Oh, fuck
when he's
yeah,
not on keto. He left an impression on a coworker of mine once where we went to his house and Chris was like, "Oh, you know what I love making is butter ham sandwiches." And my friend Joe, my old coworker, was like, "Butter ham sandwiches?" And from that moment on, he always brought up. That's all he remembers about Chris is Chris and the butter ham sandwiches.
So that's Chris's keto? You think he just takes 2 pieces of ham and puts butter in the middle of it? No bread, just butter ham.
Right. Just a stick of butter between two slices.
Semi-soft.
Da.
I need it.
You think you'd switch it up and put it in a bun like a hot dog and just have like a butter dog? A butter dog.
Butter dog. Delicious. I melt butter and put it on my popcorn.
Oh yeah, I used to do that too. I would like I get the buttered popcorn, pop it in the microwave, and then melt extra butter.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You ever throw Parmesan cheese on that bitch?
No, I never thought to do that.
It's so good.
I'm sure that's like white cheddar popcorn.
Oh yeah, it was. My fingers would be so gross, and the best part would be at the end, just licking all that butter parm off your hands.
This is why you can't eat cheese anymore.
I know, dude. Well, why I can't eat cheese, I think it's because I fucking overdid it, man. When I was on keto, I'd just be hungry and I'd stop at Aldi and get like a fucking half-pound brick of cheese and just eat it on my way home hungry. Like, it's healthy. I'm losing weight. Fuck.
I bought a block of cheese like a month ago and just ate it as like a snack.
Yeah.
Not in one
delicious.
sitting. Like I think I went through it in 3 settings. Like
Yeah.
you know, but
see,
like
that's reasonable.
right.
Not one sitting of brick
I mean,
of
if I was
cheese.
determined, I could have done it.
Like Homer with the 100 pieces of American cheese.
But it would have felt selfish and would have deprived myself of cheese later. So I was nice to myself and didn't hoard it in one sitting.
But that's not
All right.
consistent to me.
I got
See,
I
you
got
eat
about
cheese
800 gold.
Consistently.
Yeah, let's go with that. I like that.
Like when Homer eats the 100 slices of American cheese.
Cut that in.
Yeah.
64 slices of American cheese. 2. 1.
Have you been up all night eating cheese?
I think I'm blind.
You've been sending me some ridiculous Simpsons memes that make me like,
Dude,
you have to be a Simpsons nerd to get the ones you send me, and I love
Right.
it.
Well, the internet does a lot of it, and they tend to like focus on early season stuff.
Yeah.
And my favorite is when they start combining references together. Like,
Yes.
it gets ridiculous.
God, some of those I'm like, dude, that is so fucking clever, though.
Some of them were like Inception, man. You start to get like 4 like references deep.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah, some of them I have to think about. I'm like, oh yeah. There was I follow like 30 Simpsons things on Facebook, and the other day they posted there's the one where he's like, you know, I'll be honest, I need an elephant, and I need it today, but this just isn't the one I'm looking for.
I love Simpsons.
Me too. As I get older, it's held up the best.
Right.
I mean, I do love South Park. Family Guy's stupid funny. It makes me me laugh.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Some earlier seasons of The Simpsons definitely had like some real clever writing to it.
Oh my god, character development and everything.
And the voice acting, a lot of times it's not even like what was said, it's how they said it,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah, without a doubt. See, the voice of Marge Simpson just died 5 days ago.
Oh,
6 days ago.
that was the Latin American voiceover.
Oh, okay, it wasn't. Okay.
Julie Kniever, what's her last
Yeah,
name? She's
you're right.
still alive.
Okay, good, because I was like, how wasn't that a bigger news? Yeah, okay.
I mean, The Simpsons have been around forever, so even like the voiceovers in other countries were like famous for it, you know?
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
It's so funny to watch a lot. I want to watch like a Simpsons episode that I know so well
Oh
in
my
like
God.
another language.
Let's do it. Oh my god, dude, I could fucking learn a language that well. I know some of those episodes so well that
Right.
if I could like trick my
Probably
brain into
could
learning
pick
that
it up
language.
if you learn
Holy shit, that would be like better than Rosetta Stone for me because I'd like know all the words. Whoa, I never thought about that. The Casualties did one of their albums in Spanish one time and I listened to it.
Yeah?
It was weird though because you're used to X amount of syllables and the syllables don't translate, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's the same words but not the same syllables.
Right, and it starts sounding a little weird when they do it like that.
Yeah.
I've heard variations of other bands do that, and I can't remember who. I just remember I heard like a Spanish one, I think, and then I heard an American version, and it just did not sound as good. Like the rhythm of the vocal patterns, like
Right, it was written for that language.
right.
Yeah, I get it.
So it made more sense.
Was it Mungo Jerry?
Mungo Jerry. Yeah, it was translated from English to American.
Look at how intense this is now. Fuck you.
Wait,
Todd,
I
you're
haven't
too
been
good
paying
at this.
attention. We've been talking about bullshit. What's with the ice and the skulls? And
Oh, I made it to a new biome.
holy shit!
Hey, he's like on level 78 or something.
What's going on
Just
here?
time traveled.
We've only been playing this for 15 minutes, and you've gotten to
king.
like the 8th level of Crash Bandicoot.
Oh my god, no one ever beat Crash Bandicoot. Come on. The
first
you guys?
one?
Yeah.
No, never the first one, but I beat the second one.
Really? I never beat any of them and I kept playing them. I love them.
Oh.
I suck at video games.
No, that's because you focused on music.
Yeah.
And I focused.
I'm not good at that either though. I just hit stuff loud and fast.
Well, I'm not good at video games. I just hit stuff, and smash buttons, and panic.
Oh, I am good at those kind of games like Tekken. Just
Oh, yeah.
smash shit. Great at that. You're not expecting me to play the crab game, right? Because I don't even know how to use that controller.
Oh, no, you're good.
You can just comment on it. Whoa, we're slipping around like icy dudes.
Are you faster now that you're on the ice?
Yeah, I'm just kind of sliding.
Slipping and
As long
sliding.
as I stay on the ice, I slide perfectly.
Crab shit, king crab shit.
Have you watched that again?
No, I want to.
Let's watch it again.
I've been itching for it.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, kind of like I've been wanting to refresh my memory on a lot of it.
It is one of those movies.
Right now, it's in my head as the stuff of legends.
You know what's funny though is like out of, like half of my friends are like, give me back 2 hours of my life, and then half of them love it. It's very polarizing.
It is very polarizing.
Do you think Felix liked it that much?
He loves it.
Does he? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it's one of those movies I don't tell people about right away.
No, you can
I
lose a
gotta-
friendship over that.
I gotta break them in. I gotta like. There's like a step ladder to it. You know?
Yeah, for sure there is. It's like meeting someone and showing them anal cunt. You gotta like fucking, you know, if the first time they ever hear metal, if the first time you meet someone, you tell them like the Greasy Strangler, they're gonna think you're a
Right.
fucking serial killer.
When it comes to anal cunt, you can't show people those titles right off the bat. You gotta like break them in. Like start off with like Slayer titles, you know, like Rain and Blood and things like that. That way, like they're kind of like, oh, that's kind of scary sounding, Rain and Blood.
Shocking.
And then when you get to like whatever the anal cunt has, then they're like, oh, Rain and Blood is not scary at all.
Right,
Like,
right.
You gotta like work your way into it, warm them up.
It always blows my mind when I meet people like and they like just got into like extreme metal. They didn't have any like we started with like, you know, Metallica, and like with punk I started with like Rancid, and then like, you know, imagine just like hearing like the dirtiest, grimiest shit when you're 12 years old and being like, all right, I'm in, I love this. You know, like like when I first heard Cannibal Corpse, it was shocking as shit to me. as a
Actually,
kid.
now that I think about it, Cannibal Corpse is probably the first metal band I've ever been exposed to, thanks to Ace Ventura. I was
Yeah.
like,
No shit.
was like-
did you like it though, or did you think it was ridiculous?
I thought it was kind of weird and ridiculous.
Right, right.
But to me, it was like, as a kid, like, same thing with horror movies. Like, it was kind of like taboo.
Yeah.
Even if your parents didn't tell you it was taboo, you kind of knew something was taboo at a young age. You're like, oh, this ain't for me.
Right.
Like, I always just knew them from the movie, and I always watched the movie, so I kind of like knew that that's what metal was.
Right.
But then I was like, getting exposed to other things like Metallica,
Right.
and then I heard like Pantera, and then at some point I heard Korn, and I was just like, wow, Korn's different. I guess metal is just anything that's just loud and heavy.
Do you remember your first horror movie?
Yeah, I do. Mine was a bad one. It was Pinocchio's Revenge.
I've never seen that even. Wow.
I do remember, like, I remember one scene where, like, Pinocchio's just pissed off and trying to kill people. And it was, first of all, it was the first movie I ever saw that had titties in it. So, like,
yeah.
I was like, wow, titties.
Well,
but I remember, like, I think Pinocchio, like, tripped a kid and, like, they fell in front of a school bus and got, like, ran over by the bus. And that's how he killed, like, some kid in the movie. I don't know. I don't remember much. I was
When
like,
did you see that movie?
I was 6 years old at Tony's house in Elma.
Oh.
What about you?
I don't know. What do you consider? Because I a lot of horror movies I was exposed to at a young age, I didn't see all the way through. I just like saw a scene.
Like on TV and stuff
Yeah.
like that? Okay. The first one that I willingly saw was at a 6th grade birthday party. Was Scream.
Okay.
And that was fucking terrifying as a kid.
For sure.
6th grade, because it was like real. You know? I was like, whoa.
I'm not sure what my first horror movie was.
Well, it didn't scar you. It didn't fuck you up then. That's good.
Well, I mean, the scenes I saw kind of scarred me.
Yeah. Everyone remembers the first, like, shit like that.
So I remember as a kid, like, seeing, I think it was one of the Living Dead movies from the 80s, you know, with the punk rockers. I forget which one. But I remember seeing this scene where, like, a guy gets pushed to the floor and the zombies rip his stomach apart and pull his entrails out.
Oh, yeah, that's classic.
And they kind of freaked me out as a kid, and I went and hid in the, like...
Yeah.
Because I was at the babysitter's house, and she had teenage sons, so they were kind of just watching it. And then another one I remember when I was, like, probably, like, 6 or 7 was, there was at one point, I think USA Network would show horror movies in the afternoon on a Saturday. And I forgot the name of the movie, but basically, it was about this teenager that had this, like, crazy ex who was dead, and she was like haunting him from beyond the grave and like killing everyone he knows.
Oh shit.
And like just like terrorizing him. You know, her image would appear everywhere on television screens and newspaper magazines, shit. You know, like
shit.
Just
see, you remember that?
But then like what scarred me the most about it was like he somehow defeated her. Cause I caught like the end of this movie, right? And he was going out with his new girlfriend to like this like diner or whatever. What do you call it? Like a
greasy little spoon?
No, like what do you call them? Like Sonic is how they like.
Drive-in.
Drive-in, yeah. It's one of those drive-ins. And they're like kind of chilling, and all of a sudden like her fucking heart gets ripped out from the back seat by the crazy ex-girlfriend. And I was just haunted by the fact that like this girl died in front of me, and like that he can't get rid of this crazy ex. He's like, he's never gonna get rid of her.
If anyone's watching and knows what movie that is, tell us. We're gonna make Andy relive this.
I can probably find it.
I want to make you relive.
I found out what it was, but then I couldn't remember just now.
That's funny. I think everyone remembers. Liz says she remembers on Salem's Lot. You know that fucking vampire? She saw that as like a kid. She said, and that like that image, like. I
saw Witches, but I don't remember a lot of what happened in it. Like I just remember like Angelica Houston like rips her like makeup off, and she's like this ugly haggard mutant witch, you know?
Yeah.
And then like she turns this boy into a mouse, and then I don't remember much about the rest of the movie. But I remember at the end he was sleeping in the Ghostbusters station toy that I had as a kid, so I remember that. And then he grew back into a human and broke it. That's the only two scenes I remember from it.
That's funny as fuck though.
There was other things that like kind of like I don't want to say scarred me, but like kind of like struck a nerve as a kid that like you think is horror, but then you realize it wasn't.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure, dude.
Like
dude, fucking Independence Day when I saw that in like 4th or 5th grade, I was like watching the sky for days. I was like, you know, like, oh man. I wasn't scared, but it was still like, oh, Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil fucked me up as a kid, man.
Yeah,
zombie
apocalypse of any kind can be pretty haunting.
Fuck yeah, dude. I was like 10 and my uncle came over and like we turned off all the lights in my parents' house because they're out of town. I, like sat in the room, a dark room, and played it all night. And I was like, oh, this is scary, man. That's so weird.
Do you remember that toy from the 80s, My Little Monster or something like that?
Yeah.
It was just that like monster with like the fucking pickle nose or whatever, and it came with like these chains that you as a kid could wear. You know, they're plastic. But like, yeah, this movie, like so this kid and his sister go to this museum, but then some kind of like curse or whatever turns him into like the monster puppet or whatever. But then my parents picked me up from the babysitter.
You didn't get to finish it?
So I didn't get to finish it. So for all I remember was the kid got turned into a monster with no resolution.
Oh no!
So it kind of just like haunted me for a while. But then I found it on like YouTube and saw what the movie was. The movie's shit. I kind of want to do it for the channel.
Let's do it.
The My Little Monster movie.
Let's do it. We'll touch some deep. Someone will remember that.
There was one other movie that kind of where I got like no resolution and it haunted me for a while. Was
it a porno or
no,
missed the cum shot?
Yeah, it was. No, it was. I was in preschool and I missed the cum shot. No, I was in preschool and they were sort of showing us this movie. It was a McDonald's movie.
Oh,
Ronald
yeah.
McDonald.
Yeah.
And the movie begins, and Grimace gets lost at sea. And then my parents picked me up.
Oh, fuck.
And all I know is I had no resolution. I'm like, what the fuck happened to Grimace? and I've actually had a hard time trying to track this movie down. So I don't know. Like, I know it's they save him in the end, of course. It's, you know.
No, what if it was like fucked up? Like they just mutilate
Like
Grimace and he
this was one of those alternate universe scenarios where he
Yeah.
dies,
Yeah.
like for real.
Yeah, the death of Grimace.
Yes.
Should I try another run or call it?
Yeah, we got a good chunk of time out of that. The crab battle.
Crab
enjoyed the
champions.
crab. I enjoyed crab.
You zip
champions.
around, you shoot around.
I was thoroughly entertained by the crabs.
That crab's got some moves, bro.
Yeah.
It does.
All right.
But yeah, that was Crab Champions.